Are you ready?
At the weigh-in, when you guys got in front of each other, it was very, very intense. Was that part of just you and what you bring into a normal fight week, or is it partially because he was slightly off weight a little bit?
A little bit of both. I like to, come on, we're cutting weight. We're not feeling good. I'm not feeling my opponent, hit my friend at that moment. So he missed weight, and I was killing myself to make weight. Like I said, this was my second weight cut within a month, and I was, I don't want to say I struggled, but, this was one of the hardest weight cuts I had, and I feel it was because it was back-to-back weight cuts. And him not making weight, it got me a little mad, and I got in his face and I told him, why couldn't you make weight? I had 2 camps in 1 month and I made weight, fool. And that's what happened. But it's all love, man. I'm not here to hate on him or anything. It was just at the moment.
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Uh-oh.
He loses his first pro fight to Chito Vera. The shades of that Michael Chandler fight a couple years ago against Brent Primus when he was kicked in the calf and things got messed up. So can you break this? You've been in there. What happened there? Because I see some people saying, oh, Sean just hurt himself. I see some people not giving Chito credit. I see some people giving Chito credit. From your perspective, what happened there with that lower leg / ankle / calf?
Well, I made this tweet yesterday, and I don't know, people were trying to make fun of me, but they can go F themselves.
Okay.
The calf kick wasn't, Helwani, back me up. The calf kick wasn't really a thing for a very long time in mixed martial arts.
Mhm.
It's a thing now. Like, how many times did you see calf kicks on Saturday night? And the answer is a crap ton. It turns out that they're very effective. It's becoming that they're more prevalent than like a regular leg kick, which would be above the knee. And now we've seen this, like you brought up, right? DJ Henry, Michael Chandler, Brent Primus, this fight. It's been very effective. I guess it kills that nerve or something. I would have thought that was fake news. You told me that before, I told you it was fake news, but it's a thing. It kills that nerve. It makes the guy wobble. If you watch all three of those fights, it looks the exact same. How the guy who gets kicked
so
kind of
crazy,
rolls
right?
over.
It's almost like a delayed reaction.
Yes, it's weird, really weird.
Ever happened to you? You ever feel
Never
that?
happened to me. So that's why I said I would have told you it was fake news. But it's very clearly not. And I've never had it happen to me, so I can't comment on how it feels or anything like that. But it seems to be really, really effective.
I feel like this would be a kick that you would have thrown a lot in your career because like you don't really have like the ups with like just a nice little calf kick takes a lot less athleticism.
I can't ever recall Duke, and I was at Duke's for 6 years. I don't ever recall Duke, and this is what I'm saying. It hasn't been prevalent till now. I don't recall Duke ever teaching a calf kick, ever. We did a lot of leg kicks. We did some like foot sweeping motions where you kick a little slower, and if you see that they're blocking wrong, you sweep the foot. But I don't remember him ever teaching us to specifically target, right where they're targeting, which is kind of the lower calf.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing, say 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Like,
I wonder who started it, or who recognized that if you kick someone in their calf, that the leg just becomes like a noodle.
Well, the other thing is it seems as though it's a little quicker to get there because you're covering a shorter distance. And it seems to be also that you don't have to throw it with nearly as much force, right? You can throw it kind of like with your lead foot as opposed to your back foot and throw it like with a little less force, and it still has the same effect. One guy I remember throwing it, and I could be told, I remember Benson Harrison throwing it, and it feels like it was a long time ago.
Back in his like WEC / UFC days.
No. I'm talking like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that. It feels like he was throwing it, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, but it is a thing now. I mean, we saw it in like probably 4 or 5 fights on Saturday night. I think it's really effective. I think it's hard. It's really hard to check because obviously when you check a kick, you want to check with like your upper thigh here. But if they're kicking low, there's no way to get that upper part of your leg down there. So, and like I said, it's quicker because it's a shorter distance. It doesn't seem that you have to throw it the same force. So it seems to be like a really effective tool.
Do you agree with me when I say this? To take this victory away from Cheeto, to say that he didn't cause the injury is hogwash. Like that is completely unfair, right? He did that.
Yeah, it's crap. It's crap. Fighting's fighting. You win, you lose. Deal with it.
But it's not a freak injury. He did that to him. He kicked him, and that led to
even if it was a freak, it's say Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman, where he checks the kick and he snaps the leg. Like, what percentage of time is the leg gonna snap? And the answer is like 0.002, right? You still can't take that away from him. It's fighting. It happens, right? When we go in the cage, we know that there's infinite amount of possibilities that can happen, and we accept the result. So no, I think you got to get Cheeto Vera credit for sure.
What do you think of the stoppage?
I thought it was a little bit quick, but I think it was the right one, seeing as though O'Malley didn't really protest it whatsoever.
Yeah.
He wanted us to be out of there for whatever reason. His mind was.
We know the reason. He was probably in a lot of pain.
Nigga, tell me again. His nigga gon' play him again. I bet it wants him to do it again. He coming right over again. He gotta come fuck me again. Ay, he back in his feelings. He calling me just to come tell me his